Right, morning. You okay? Right, good morning. So let's continue with functions. Right, let's continue with functions, right? So the last thing that we did was composite functions. So just a quick review on what we did in functions. Right, if I gave you a function, f of x is equal to 2x plus 1, and I said find f of 0, what you do? F of 0 is put in, where we have x, you put in 0. So that's 1. If I give you a next function, g of x, let's say g of x is x plus 3, and I said to find f of g of x, right? What this means is that we put in g of x into f. So I put a bracket here, and I write what g of x is. And now I have to find f of x plus 3. So I'm going to take x plus 3 and put it into f. So this is f of x. I'm replacing this x here with this new x here, right? So I'll have 2 by x plus 3 plus 1. So that's 2x plus 6 plus 1, which is 2x plus 7. And we did different variations of that. All right? So today we're going to take a look at doing something called the inverse of a function. Right? You're going to look at something called the inverse of a function. So if you remember, I gave you a relation diagram that looks like this. To go from here to here, we need f of x, right? But now, today, we're going to try to do the reverse. We're going to try to go from all these values to these values. To do that, we need the inverse. It's called the inverse of f, right? So the inverse of f of x is written f inverse x. So once you see this -1, it means the inverse, right? And to find it, real simple, right? To find the inverse, we do the following steps, right? Step one, let y equal to f of x, right? I'll show you an example that's not right. Let y equal to f of x. Step 2, interchange. So everywhere you have x, you interchange with y. Interchange x and y. Next step. Next step, you want to solve for y. And last step, y is equal to f inverse x. Right, copy it down. Let me show you a nice simple example here. Right, so I'll show you a couple of examples, right? Ready? So watch this here. Let's follow through on these steps here, right? So you follow in 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. First thing first, f of x is 2x plus 1. So we're going to let y, please write in your steps, huh? Let y equal to f of x. So instead of writing f of x, I write in y. Right? Watch here. Figure lost, stop me, right? Online figure lost anywhere, stop me, right? Y is equal to 2x plus 1. Next, right? After we find for y, we want to interchange x and the y, right? So wherever you have x, you're switching it with y. So y will become x and x will become y. Next step, after you interchange x and y, you're going to solve for y. So you're going to solve for y, right? Solve for y. So I just, wherever I have y, I put it on the left side. Wherever I have x, I put it on the right side. Now I want to make y the subject of the formula. So I'm moving across plus 1. It becomes minus 1. Everything is, I have 2y here, so I'm going to divide everything by 2. So I'll get y is x minus 1 on 2. That's it. I make y the subject. So therefore, f inverse x is x minus 1 over 2. That's it. All right? Let's do 2 easy ones and then switch it up a little bit, make it a little bit harder. Right, please, as we now starting, writing these steps, please. Okay? Writing these bullets here for now. Any questions online? Right, the only thing tricky is just making the subject as the formula here, right? Okay. Right, try those 2 easy ones, huh? Bye. Take your time, find the inverse for each one, right? Finish already? Look it up. Ready? Good. Online allegation. Let's check this out. So we have y is equal to 5x minus 1, interchange x and y, right? And then you want to solve for y, right? Carry across the minus 1, it becomes plus 1, divide by 5, and it becomes that, right? So your inverse is x plus 1 over 5, right? And you'll get that, right? Next one here, same principle. Y is 3x minus 1 and 2. Interchange x and y, right? And then you want to solve for y. So you bring the y on the left side, right? Cross multiply. Carry across the 1. And then divide by 3. Right? So everything that we did on it. Right? That's how you find the inverse. But some of it will be a little trickier than that. So I'm going to give you a tricky one here. Right, online, pay attention to this one, right? When I pay attention. I want to see you working for this one, huh? Don't send no thumbs up. I want to see you working. Right? Sometimes it's be a little more challenging than those, right? So I want to give you one like that. Sometimes it might look like that. Right? So I'm going to do this one for you. Right? The problem with this is that we have two x's. So it's a little bit harder to make it subject of the formula, right? So watch this here. Pay attention in one line. So first step, let y equal to f of x. So y is equal to 2x plus 1 over x plus 3. That's step 1. Step 2, we're going to interchange x and y. So wherever I have x, I'm going for y, wherever I have y, I'm going for x. So x is equal to 2y plus 1 over y plus 3. Right? No problem. Should be no problem up till here. Now, the one to solve for y. Right? So watch it, right? Watch here, right? What's the name again? Levi, watch here, right? So here's how you're gonna do. When you reach here now, two fractions equal sign, we're gonna cross multiply. So I'm going to multiply 2y plus 1 by 1, 2y plus 1 by 1, and I'm going to multiply x by y plus 3. So here I'll get 2y plus 1, here I'll get xy plus 3x. But you see the big problem? I have a y here and a y here. So what to do? Huh? Group it, right. Bring your like terms together. So it will be 2y minus xy is 3x minus 1. So I'll bring the y here and I'll bring the 1 here. Right? I bring the y's together and I bring the number on this side. Right? Now, because I have the y's here, I can factor out y. Hey, I forget to show you f squared, f of f. Anyway, I'll show you an example. Right, anyway, so here I factor out y. Now I get y by itself. I can just move this product here. So I'll get 3x minus 1 over 2 minus x. That's it, right? So we do the usual thing. We cross multiply, bring like terms together, and then I factor out y. Now we got to go. F inverse x is 3x minus 1 over 2 minus x. Right? It's a little bit more challenging than the others, right? Online, Message yes or no if you get through this, please. Everybody. All 9 or all 10 all. Right? Message yes or no if you follow, right? Everybody. Right, I only have 4. I'm missing some. Okay, 5. Winner. Yeah, winner. Winner. Who missing? Who missing? Ashish, Arisa, okay, Ashish sent me there. Anissa didn't get yours. Did I get Shannon? Let me just check and see if we get Shannon. I get Matthias. I get Benaya actually using that. Shannon I get yours. Tanisha I get yours. Benaya I get yours. Ashish. Anissa. Alright. Wait, so listen. Can't keep up with this thing. One is me and one is someone. Alright, so try the next one. Take your time, show all the steps. Right, let's see again answer here. Answers coming, man. Let's see how it look. Right, so you might recognize that the hardest thing in these questions is subject formula, right? So you should have y is equal to x minus 3 over x plus 2. Right? Next, we interchange x and y. And lastly, we solve for y. So to solve for y, I will cross multiply one time. Y minus 3 is xy plus, x by y, x by 2. Right? Bring the y on this side. Bring the y on this side and bring the number on this side. Next, factor out y. You'll get 1 minus x, 2x plus 1, 2x plus 3. Please remember, multiply this back and make sure you get this, right? Always make sure that you can go back from here to here, right? And then carry across the 1 minus x. So you'll get 2x plus 3 over 1 minus x. Right? So therefore, we have it as the inverse 2x plus 3 over 1 minus x. Right? There is a possibility that you may have gotten all your signs different to me. So you may have gotten minus 2x minus 3 over x minus 1. You could also get that. Okay? You could get either one of these. Right? Nothing wrong with that. Right? So that's the way you find the inverse. Right, I forgot to show you f of f and g of g, right? I am going to show you that by an example, but just go back to composite functions, and I want you to make a note of this, please. Go back to composite functions, morning. Right, go back to composite functions, and where you had f composite functions, right? If you see f squared, if you see f squared x, what does that mean? F squared x is equal to f of x. Right? It don't mean you're squaring the f, it means that you're just finding f into f. So just make a note of that now. And g squared is g into g. Right? So it's g right back into g. So add the same to composite functions. That's what we stopped last week. Right? That's right for you. You come over here. We do an inverse. Right? Let's come by and take a picture of the set. Come by and wait. Finish up. Good. Now here you go. Come on, hit it back. One more. All right, so we're gonna take a look at some past papers now. But now we can sell. We're gonna put all of this together in a past paper, right? You'll put somebody older here, nothing as well. It's a little more challenging because it's harder to find. Guys, like in the older years, what it is do, they'll make you find this and then find the inverse of this. So you might see f squared inverse and all kind of thing. Nice stuff. Oh no, I have no charge. I forgot. Oh, wait, you can do Kahoot. All right, there you go. Question. kemarin. Ada itu. Kemarin itu lu nonton. Ingat. Dari kan ada saya tahu. Kita belum bom kan. Itu titik bom. Right, let's go after Jan 2017. And let's zoom in there a little bit, right? Jan 2017, number 4E. Right, that's Jan 2017, number 4E. Right, message your values online, right? So now you get through, right? Each one of them is a value. So part one, message your value, and so on, right? Message your value for each one. Hmm? Yeah. And you're done, come now, check it. Just chill on it, check all. So far. I know it. Right, remember to find the inverse first and then put in the one. Very good, right? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. The one. Yeah, the next one. Probably put some over them. Check this out. Correct. That's it all. So send me a WhatsApp. No. Right, that's the thing. And most of them, yeah, most of them, hang on. They just be fast people. Yeah. We don't go on 100 years. Yeah, sometimes. Oh, All right, let's see how it went now. Ready? No trouble. All right, so watch it here, right? So we're gonna practice a few. We're gonna practice a few of these. I hope this thing will out. Right? Come if you can follow there because I doesn't take it all. So let's start. We're gonna find g of 0. So this is g of x, right? Please remember, every time you see a function, right? A function that they gave you have x in it. You're seeing that? But when they say g of 0, what I mean? Means the x gone, right? And it's been replaced by 0. So it will be 3 by 0 plus 1 all over 2. Next one is g of 5. So that'll be 3 by 5 plus 1 over 2. That's it, right? So I have a half plus 8. I got 8.5. Right? It's okay if you're at 8.5, it don't matter, right? So the first one is about 8.5. You okay, Dali boy? Next one. Next one is f of g of 5. And we did like these yesterday, right? What do you do with g of 5? You can put that in brackets. And we worked out g of 5 already. G of 5 is how much? That was this part here, right? G of 5 was 8. So all we have to do now is find f of 8. Okay? All we have to do now is find f of 8. So that'll be 4 by 8 minus 7. Are you done? That'll be 32 minus 7. So that'll be what, 25? Wait, you didn't get 25, you 28. What you did? Oh, okay. I probably didn't watch it. I probably just watched the substitution. Fix that for me. You okay with that? Right. Last part, Levi. All we have to do is find the inverse. This here tells us that we have to get the inverse first. Same thing we did here. Find the inverse and then plug in 1. Right? I gave you 2 minutes. Try it back. Find the inverse and then plug in 1. Come on. Come. I pronounced the name wrong again. Say it one more time. Right, I think it's what I was seeing. Come. Now, if I see it, I will. Come on, I want to show you how to find the inverse first. Online must answer to part 3. Right. Well, see. I didn't go get what? No one else. Yeah, right. Nothing. That's the I. The I. I'll show you how to find it. Right? Wait. Right? Inverse means just go back to the inverse means you want to put something in that the inverse, right? When I can use them. The inverse you have to be used to finding. Right? Find that. So we can some answer that, but the last one, part 3. Give a few steps. Then a part 3, 4 steps. First step. Consider that y, well, we have to. That's the correct. You let y equal to 4x. Right? Next step. The g x and y. We have x equal y, we have y equal x. So that will be x equal to 4y. Next step. So here we have something moment. We are playing part of the server, right? So you have 4y minus 7. But just switch them around, that it can make y something. So what do you do first? Right? That becomes plus 7. What do you do next? Multiply 4, that becomes 5. Again, again, but now you know f inverse and f plus 7. Right? Now they want to find f inverse 1. So, 8 yes. That is steps in. Right, so you're supposed to get Tanisha got not sure. I just get not sure, Tanisha. When I got 2, he got 2. Tanisha got LOL. Matthias got 2. And Shannon got 2. Nice. Right, so I just doing it back there for Naya. I didn't get anything from you. So as I said, right, in order to find f inverse 2, we need to get f of x first. If I get? Right, so you found f inverse? Right, so let's take off x equal 1. F inverse 1 means x is 1. Right, so we're going to find the inverse first. Let y equal to 4x minus 7. Interchange x and y. And then solve for y. I got x plus 7 over 4. Right? And now they want us to find f inverse 1. So that'll be 1 plus 7 over 4. 8 over 4 is 2. Alright, copy it down. Let's message when your parents there. Right, next one. Right, it's a copy it down. Alright, so let's try next one now. Alright. I'll put it back down number 9 that I want a little bit harder. Try this one here. We have some weird fractions to work with. John 2060. Right, I'll give you up. But you can take a 2-minute break before you start if you want. The time don't get frightened by having a minus a half. Just substitute minus a half. Don't get frightened with seeing a fraction and things. Do it the same way. No x, x is minus a half, substitute them. But again, frightened already, come on. Try it, at least have something, right? And you can just put that straight in the calculator. Don't try to simplify it, just put it in and derive it. Tanisha is a little mistake, right? Okay. All right, try this next one. Double divide. Right, so I'm just checking out your first two parts. Question one is g of minus a half. So it means that x is replaced by minus a half. So replacing this x and this x with minus a half. So I'll get minus a half squared, which is a quarter. That is it. Right? You're replacing x with minus a half, you're squaring it, and you'll get quarter. Right? And next one, you want to find f of g of minus a half. We found minus a half, g of minus a half. So you're really finding f of 1/4. So you'll end up with 3/2 by a quarter plus 1. Right? You can plug that straight in the calculator. I got 2 as the answer. 2. I got 2. Okay, when you have 2 minutes just to fix the inverse. Anybody else got those answers? A quarter and 2? Very good. And in absent everything. Good job, man. Find the inverse now. Follow all these steps and find the inverse. Okay, to the inverse. Yeah, find the inverse. Take your time. Once you have two fractions equal sign, cross multiply and thing, right? Right? So you can take a, it's not like the one on the board, but it might have to cross multiply somewhere. Finish it? Right, come to what's in the book. Interchange x and y and solve and cross multiply and thing. It might have cross multiply. You can cross multiply. Right, that's what you got for the inverse, and we can use back on the left hand side here, right? Let y equal to f of x. Then interchange x and y. Now, you have two fractions equal sign cross multiply. So you will get x by 2y plus 1 is equal to 3. When you cross multiply. When you reach here, carry across the x. You'll get 3 over x, right? If you want to multiply it out, it's up to you. You can multiply it out too if you want. Anybody do that? Multiply it out. Right? Move across the x, then move across the 1. You'll get 3 on x minus 1. And then you have to divide everything by 2. So you'll get 3 on x minus 1 all divided by 2. You write it like that so you don't complicate it too much. Right? That's one way. And next way you could have done it was actually multiply it out. So you would have gotten 2yx plus x is equal to 3. So you'll get 2yx is 3 minus x, and you'll get y is 3 minus x over 2x. Right? That looks a little bit nicer. 3 minus x over 2x. Anybody got that? Going again, one more, and then we'll stop. Copy it down. Let's try one more and then we'll stop, right? Same thing, we have nothing. We have different types to work out. We have one small thing to learn again, and that's it. I'll show you that. Right? Right, but again, I want you to see how important it is to make the subject of the formula. Try Jan 2017, that's number 9. Last one. Last one, right? So work everything out. Come to watch all the books, right? Online, if you can message that, we could please. Please, please, please. All right, there we go. Let me see how much you get right. So f of oh gosh, live stream give him trouble. All right, so let's see. F of 7, that's part 1. I'm doing that right here. F of 7. So that's 5 by 7 minus 4 over 3. 35 minus 4 is 31. Can I make it look nice? 31 and 3. All together? No, you need together? Yeah. I just think 10 and a third. Yeah. Next, find the inverse. Right? So part 2, find the inverse. Let y equal to 5x minus 4 over 3. Interchange x and y. And then solve for y. So of course multiply. I'll get 5y minus 4 is 3x. 5y is 3x plus 4. Y is 3x plus 4 all over 5. Right? That's the inverse. And last step, this one a little bit different. They want f of g of x. Right? So that's part 3. I'm starting it right here. F of g of x. Right? So we did a few of these, right? So you have to find g of x. So sorry, you have to write g of x. So that's f of x squared minus 1. Right? F of x squared minus 1. And then you substitute that into f. So that's 5 by x squared minus 1 minus 4 over 3. And then multiply 1,000, you're done. That's 5x squared minus 9. Yeah, you all got minus 9 over 3.
Wednesday, I said we printed all of them suddenly grouping this morning.
Reading anything about the put it up machine.
Well, I'll put, that's the problem. You know, it seems to happen.
Right? So derive an expression, that's it. Alright? Alright, so we just have 2 little things to do, and we'll do that next day, and then we'll do a Kahoot test to finish off the function. Alright? So go back over this, right? Go back over the angles. Alright. We'll stop there.